6:30 a.m. and I have just come down to the kitchen to get some coffee. I usually wake at about 6:15 and check my sales overnight and check my Instagram and all my messages, notifications, and then I come down and I make some coffee, usually 2 espressos, and then I head to the stepper. I'm actually prepping at the minute. My competition is in April. At the minute it's the middle of January. So I have about another 10 weeks to go, but I want to be over ready this year because it's my 40th birthday in April. I'm speaking quite quietly because everyone's still sleeping, except Buddy. Buddy's awake. Buddy, are you awake? Good morning. He sleeps by the Aga because it's very warm by the Aga. So yeah, so I have about 10 weeks to go until my birthday, and I want to be like super ready, like over ready, so that I have like a little bit of wiggle room around my birthday to eat a bit more and drink a bit more and have some fun with friends. So I'm gonna have some coffee and then I'm gonna hit the stepper. I have a Stairmaster in my office. I have a home office, obviously, because I run an internet company. And I remember the first year that I was prepping for a show, I used to have to go to the gym and do all my cardio, which was torturous because the kids were young. I never saw my husband. I was already there training loads anyway. And it was just made it so much more time consuming. So then the second year I competed, I actually hired a treadmill for the house, which was a good substitute. But the problem with the treadmill was it doesn't go on a very high incline. So I wasn't really able to, get as good a workout as I would have liked. So like last year, I decided I was just gonna bite the bullet and I was gonna buy myself a Stairmaster. Now it was expensive, it was about, I think, £2,500, which is about $3,500, but totally worth it because it means I can get up every morning now. I can do the best type of cardio, which is walking on the Stairmaster, slow, steady cardio, burn loads of fat, and it doesn't take up an awful lot of my time, which is a result. So I have finished on the stepper and then made breakfast for myself, tidied the kitchen. I actually have a full-time housekeeper called Lorraine. You'll meet her later, she's amazing. She doesn't arrive till 9:30 though, but normally she cleans up and tidies the kitchen. But I decided this morning that I would do it because it really was a bit of a mess from the weekend. So I just wanted to show you guys what I'm eating, because one of the biggest questions I get asked is, what do you eat as a vegan bodybuilder or a vegan athlete? And to be honest, my food doesn't really ever change. It stays very, very consistent, because when your food stays consistent, it means that you can track very easily. And I don't actually track macros and calories anymore at all, not even when I'm prepping for a show or when I'm dieting for a show, because I kind of know what's in my food every day and I just eat plain whole foods. So I kind of do know what is in them and I don't need to track anymore. So this is my breakfast this morning. This is my breakfast almost every single morning. It's simply jumbo oats, which have been cooked in water. And I just cook them in water, and then before they are ready, I put in a scoop of vanilla protein powder. The protein powder I use is from the Protein Works. You can actually get really good discounts on my website, thesculptedvegan.com/TPW. But it's only available in the UK and Europe, unfortunately. But so I put a scoop of protein powder into my porridge. It makes it about 42 grams of protein. And then I just add some berries on top and some cinnamon. I never add any sugar or sweetener. I've just gotten used to the taste now of it without sugar, and I just don't want the extra calories when I'm dieting. Even whenever I'm not dieting though, I generally don't even add any sugar anyway. It's now 12:30. I've been sitting at my desk all morning, had a big meeting. Gareth is the resident chef at Team Sculpted Vegan. He creates all of our recipes for our meal plans and our programs. And he has actually just brought me up my lunch, which I was halfway through, but and then I realized that I actually wanted to share it with you. So earlier on this morning, he brought me up a green juice, which wasn't actually green because it had beetroot in it, but it was fennel, ginger, beetroot, carrot, lemon, spinach, that kind of stuff. Every day I have a freshly squeezed green juice. And then every single day, my lunch remains pretty much the same. It doesn't change. So this is lunch today. I'm sorry that it looks like this. Lunch today is seitan, which has been cooked in water and tamari, because I'm trying to cut down on fat whenever you're shredding for competition. Carbs aren't the enemy, fat is.
So you want to make sure that you cut out as many fat calories as you can when you're shredding. And then this is served with as many green vegetables as I want. I had a huge amount of broccoli, spinach, and what is the name of that one? Asparagus, which is a great diuretic actually. And the thing about green vegetables, sorry, I'm just holding the phone so it's wobbly. The great thing about green vegetables is that you don't have to count them in your macros. Whenever you eat a huge amount of green vegetables, the fiber from the vegetables means that the calories are so slowly absorbed into your system that you don't have to count them in macros. So bodybuilders don't ever count macros, well, professional bodybuilders don't ever count the macros from green cruciferous vegetables. Anything like carrots or beetroot or any root vegetables, you do have to count, but green cruciferous vegetables, those are totally free and you can eat as many of them as you want. And believe me, I do eat a huge amount of them. So I've just arrived at the gym to train legs. Normally I train in the afternoon, but this morning I am training in the morning because I have appointments all day. I find that I train a lot better in the afternoons. I'm actually stronger. I have more food in me and I just feel better. I definitely train better around, you know, kind of between 1 and 3 p.m. The morning time, not my favorite day for training. And honestly, legs is like my least favorite day of the week because it's just so hard. And Mark does not let you off the hook at all. You go to failure on every single exercise and you literally leave your soul on the gym floor. So come and see what my leg day looks like. The gym that I go to is actually owned by my trainer, Mark, which is quite handy because it means that he gets to fill it with all the best machines, and it really is like a true bodybuilding gym. The machines in here are absolutely and utterly incredible. So, and I don't actually need a card to get in either. Just gonna set my stuff down. As you can see, it's a lot of machines packed into quite a small space. But the kind of machines they have are just amazing. Like every angle of every machine, every angle of every leg press, incline squats, vertical presses, hack squats. Amazing. So I want to introduce you guys to Mark, my trainer, for anyone who doesn't know him.
Hiya.
This is Mark. He's just put my weight up on my leg extension.
Full stack time.
Full stack. It's really not pleasant, but we're going to record it just so you can see the pain that I go through just to have good legs.
Have fun.
It's time to go.
There you go. Come on. Easy. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Come on. 3 more. Up. 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 Keep going. Up, up, up. That's it.
Explain to me why your training doesn't change during prep, what you were just saying a second ago.
You're training off season to build muscle. The aim and the emphasis on your training during prep shouldn't change. You know, a lot of people have this conception that as soon as you go into a 12-week out prep mode or a diet, they start increasing the rep ranges, decreasing their weights, you know, shortening the rest periods, etc., etc., and you're not giving your muscles a reason to stay the same size or to grow. You're basically giving them a reason to shrink. So for me, my training doesn't change whether it's off season or prep. It's always hard, it's always heavy. We're always trying to break records, put more weights in the bar, lift more reps. And if you keep doing that there, you're basically focusing and you're giving your muscles an aim to grow and stay the size. If you keep your muscles that size, you keep them bigger, then obviously that's going to keep your metabolism running fast and burning fat. And what I try to do is not confuse the two during prep. So the diet and the cardio should be used to burn the fat, and the training should be used to keep and build the muscle. Got it?
Right. One. Easy. Right, wait, let's go. Let's see, let me wrap that fat set. Come on. Come on. Up. On. 2. Good on, that's good. That's perfect. 3, good. Come on. Up. 4, come on, keep working hard now, let's go right down to 5, brilliant there, keep going, up, 6, come on, there's more there, up, come on, making you work, 7, come on, to the leg, let's go up, come on, 8, let's go, the last 2 reps, these are the hard ones, come on, these are the growth reps, down and in, up, come on, again, Come on, last one. Leg push. Come on, leg push. Come on, drive it down. Come on, up. Keep working. Right up. That's it, well done. Keep her head really down. Keep her tight to the front. Tighten it out through the knees. Come on, let's go. Big step. Come on, leg. Up. That's one. Come on, let's go. Come on. Up. 3, that was better. Keep the tension down. Don't just drop. 3, better. Come on, keep going. Come on, better. Come on. Up again. Come on, keep working. Up. Come on, more. Come on, that's 5. Let's go. It's not a couple. Up. Come on, get 2 more. Come on, last 2. Leg push. Come on, down. That's it. Up. One more. Come on, big guy. Come on. Last one. Come on. Up. Come on, push. Harder. Come on, up. And let that one. Good. Come on, keep going. 2, come on. Work hard. Up. 3, good. Come on, again. 4, easy. Keep going. Come on. 5, keep going now. Up. 6, again. Up. 7, that was better. Come on. 8, again. 9, come on. Up. 10, keep going. Come on. 1, 5 more. Up. 2, come on, up. 3 more. Come on, up. Come on, 2 more. Come on, keep going. Up. Last one. I want you to right up. Okay, let's go up. And relax.
Oh, you shit! No, I didn't see it. So we just finished our final set of leg curls.
Yep.
The devil, see the horns? He thought he was, I thought I was doing 140, can't speak. And he snuck a wee extra plate on the top here that I didn't notice.
It's all about progression. If you don't know, you can still lift it.
They don't know, they can still lift it.
It's all about building them legs.
You know me, I never shy away from a challenge, Mark.
Sometimes you don't know it looks better, plus like an extra wee laugh.
Leg day done! Yay! Oh my god, that was absolutely brutal. Leg day is always on a Tuesday. I have 2 leg days, one on a Tuesday, one on a Friday. The Tuesday one is always quad focused, but we always do some hamstrings as well. Friday one is usually hamstring and glute focused, but we always do some quads too. So the reason why we do legs on a Tuesday and a Friday is because you want to give yourself enough time to recover between your leg sessions. Every night I take Buddy for a walk. It's something that I've done for a long time. I used to see it as kind of a session of cardio, but now it's really my second session of cardio. And the funny thing is, it used to just kind of be a thing which I did. I was just like, yeah, I just always went for a walk in the evening. But now if I don't go for a walk, like I've already done 45 minutes on the stepper and a full leg day workout, as well as kind of run around and worked all day. But if I don't go for my evening walk, I really feel like I've missed out on my second session of cardio. And there's something about prepping for a show where the fear creeps in, you know, where you're just like, oh, will I be lean enough? And even though I'm actually like 4 weeks out from show condition at the minute, and my show is still 11 weeks away, there's always that fear in the back of your mind that maybe you won't be ready. So I very rarely let myself off the hook. I mean, I just get up and I do it and I do the work. And it means Buddy gets a good walk. We usually go for a good 7 kilometers. I might go a little shorter tonight, although I always say that. And then I never do go shorter. Because once I'm out there and I'm walking, I enjoy it. And then I usually listen to podcasts while I'm walking as well. Let's go, Buddy, come on, let's go. I listen to podcasts or I listen to audiobooks while I'm walking. And it's a great way to learn at the same time as getting in some exercise, because I'm obviously running a big company, a busy company, and I have a lot to learn. So it's a great way to do some additional learning while you're walking. It's dark here because I live in Ireland and it gets dark really, turn this way so you can see me, it gets dark really early in the winter. So we walk in the dark, but it doesn't matter. We just put our headphones in and we just go.